went. Heads would simply... I know Jayapataka Maharaj, he had just arrived that morning, about 3 hours earlier. He was going on the morning walk, and there was about 50 guests. So Prabhupada decided just to go over. We had a circular outhouse type of latrine arrangement. And he took his, maybe he wanted to pasture, maybe he just wanted to see, he took his cane, hit open one door. There someone had not washed or flushed the toilet. Immediately turned to Jayapataka and said, look at this! And you call yourself a Brahmin! Where there is Brahmin, everything must be goodness. There must be cleanliness. You are present, you call yourself a Brahmin, and how this is going on? In the presence of Brahmin, how this dirtiness can go on? Jayapataka said, there was no one who was spared. So we saw different moods. So Prabhupada, I never realized, because I was so stupid, that actually he was teaching us, as Rameshwar Swami pointed out. He was teaching us that he wanted the highest standard to be maintained. Unless we really cared about it, unless we were really involved in it, in a deep emotional way, in a deep conscious way, it wouldn't happen. If you didn't press the point, no one would take it seriously. So Prabhupada pressed it. I remember sometimes Prabhupada, there were so many GBCs present, and he was giving me some very serious ribbing about the gobar gas plant I built. Because gobar gas there, we had too thin a pipe. Now we put a thicker pipe, so actually now it works very well. But that time, when he came to see, only one or two little burners, little flame came out for this huge gobar gas contraption. So sometimes he would say, how is the gobar gas working? Working all right. Most of the other GBCs had been there for a few days, so they already realized the mood that it was, when you're in India, you had to be very quiet, because if you started to stick your head up too much, you also might get it. It's best to just watch and kind of enjoy from a distance. But there was someone who had just newly come in, and as soon as he heard that, he started laughing and laughing. Prabhupada just kind of looked at him like a laser beam. And the next night, the person got very sick. Prabhupada demanded that we had to build the big building in, had to be finished in 2 months or something. He would, of course, we were always amazed how in 2 months Los Angeles printed 17 books. That was the mood that Prabhupada used in India. That was the way. I'm sure everyone can remember. We still preach to our book distributors how fired up Los Angeles GBT was. They published 17 books in 2 months. So that kind of mood Prabhupada would apply sometimes. That was his mercy.